Okay, I hope you guys can hear me. I do experience technical difficulties in my home, but I hope you guys can hear me. But first, I want to say that I don't own the rights to the music that's playing in the background. And I want to say thank you for tuning in with me. I'm back. I didn't come on last week because I was handling mommy duties. My youngest, he did not want to comply, so I had to, do what I had to do. Being a mom comes first, so I had to take care of that. So he didn't have like the best week on last week, but neither here nor there, we're here. So I just want to make sure that, I did say I don't own the rights to the music that is playing in the background. I had to make that clear because I know Facebook, they'll mute you out if they hear music that you don't say. And then also for my video today, if you feel like this video is going to help a parent or a mom or an auntie or whoever, whatever the parent may be, whatever role they play, please share it because I like to share knowledge and share tools and different things that I learned as a parent, because I feel like if I have it and if I've been through it and if I know it, why not share it? So that's what I'm doing, and that's what I do. Try to come on every week and do. Hi, Courtney. Hi, cuz. Good to see you. How are you? And then also, if you're interested in supporting my mom's shop, please go on my website and check it out. I did put it in my link. There's a link on there where you can check it out. Check out my website, and if not, I'll add it to the chat below as well. And then if you know any moms that are struggling to get back on track and just that are having a tough time during this quarantine time and the virtual school process, also let me know too, and then I can reach out to them and provide them some support. Oh, yep, good to see you. How's the little baby doing? So today, I want to talk about the benefits of virtual learning. And so the reason I want to talk about this, because I know that some parents and just some people in general had some concerns about, virtual learning and just how we could affect the kids, and just some of the negatives around it in general. And I even had some negative things to say about it. So I'm gonna just be transparent surrounding that. So I just wanted to come on here and quickly just talk about some positives surrounding it and some of the things that I, saw, and experienced surrounding the benefits of virtual learning. So one of the things that I found that could be a benefit of virtual learning for our children is that their anxiety levels decrease because they don't have to worry about like fitting in, and it plays a positive impact on their mental health, which is a big old thing, a big old thing. It plays a major role on their mental health. And then it removes some of their stress, in regards to academic performance, meaning like their assignments, and the assignments may have deadlines and stuff like that, but there may be time limits versus the deadlines, and then they can take the test whenever they feel comfortable, versus having to take their exams under pressure in the same classroom with the other kids and different things like that. So they'll just have like a timeline. It'll be a set time. This to me plays a positive role for our kids when they play sports. The pressure of having to deal with, the timeline test limit. They don't really have to worry about that. So that's one of the positive things of benefits of virtual learning, that their anxiety decreases. And I think that during this, new normal, these are some of the major things that we have to really be mindful of is, the inside things that are going on with our kids, not necessarily the outside things, but the inside things, their mental state, because this is really playing a major role on their mental state. And so we want to make sure that we're, handling our kids accordingly. And then also another benefit of virtual learning is, some of the students who experience bullying at school. Bullying occurs all across all different nationalities, all different cultures, all different, races. It doesn't matter what race you are, anything like that. Bullying occurs. And so this takes the pressure away, so that they can focus on learning in a safe environment. They're at home, they're in their own space, and they're able to focus on learning. And it helps keep down that anxiety where they don't have to worry about going to school and saying, oh my God, I got to worry about facing this particular person or that particular person, because they may feel intimidated by that person, or they may be the bully themselves. They may be the bully themselves. So that takes the pressure away from them, because a lot of times when you're the bully, this, to me, in my opinion, I feel like you don't like something about yourself. And so you want to bully someone because you don't like yourself. And so when you're taking that pressure away, it takes some of the anxiety away from the parent, because you don't have to worry about sending your kid to a school where that they're being bullied, and you have to go talk to the principal, go talk to the teacher about how you can make the environment safe for your child. And vice versa. If your child is the bully, you don't have to worry about trying to prevent ways or, talk to your kids about bullying other kids. Like it's like a win-win in a situation. So I wanted to speak to that. And then the final benefit of virtual learning, Courtney, is pretty true. So the final benefit of virtual learning is that it removes that equation of appearance. Now, I know, depending on, what area you live in and different things, kids, it takes away from kids having to dress a certain way and to appear a certain way, trying to fit in. Like if you dress a certain way, you fit in with the in crowd, or if you don't dress a certain way, you don't fit in with the in crowd, the mean girl crew or whatever they call it. And so that takes the pressure off of kids as well, because a lot of times, some kids, they're living in poverty, and some kids aren't living in poverty. So you got to look at those different dynamics where kids come to school and some of them are not able to afford certain things or certain name brands or whatever the case may be, which it shouldn't matter in the first place, but in our world it does. And so having to not worry about the appearance piece definitely takes a lot of the pressure off of the kids, a lot of the anxiety, a lot of the depression that some of the kids encounter, because they feel like, oh man, I can't afford this, afford that. I don't want to go to school because I don't want to get made fun of, or I don't want to have to, face this person because I just had to wear this shirt 2 days ago to school, or whatever the case may be. So that takes a lot of the anxiety away. And then it also takes the anxiety away from the mom, the pressure away from the mom, or even the dad or the parent in general, because, sometimes what if the parent can't afford to buy that kid that particular shirt, that Ralph Lauren shirt or whatever that the kid wants, because they want to fit in with the in crowd. And so it just alleviates all these different factors and trying to fit in with their parents and different things like that. And so it just kind of takes away those boundaries, it takes away those barriers, and it just puts everybody on an even playing field. And it makes, it makes things more peaceful, more calm. It just makes things flow a lot more easier. And this is just my experience, what I'm seeing across the board and what I'm hearing from some of the parents. Although to the flip side of that, I know, the water bill is going up, electric bill is going up, the food bill is going up. Some parents are getting food cards, different things like that for their kids, food stamps increase, whatever. But things are going up, and I mean, I understand that too. But I would rather that go up than my kids have high anxiety, they're depressed, they don't want to go to school because they're being bullied, different things like that. I would rather that part be safe and they don't have to worry about that than worry about the food, all of that. So thanks, Courtney. I like that. And so I also wanted to discuss real quick some of the things that I wanted to share that I've learned about virtual school, just in general with my kids, and what I've experienced with them and some of the things that they would like for me as a parent. And I want to share with you what you may could do with some of your kiddos. So one of the things is, to ask your child how they're coping with virtual school and how it's affecting them. Like asking them how they're doing daily and asking them how it's affecting them, because believe it or not, this is affecting them. They may say, oh, everything's fine, everything's going good, but it really is, because this is their new normal now. They're not able to see not their kids, but their friends daily, like in a physical way, like touch them. And they're not leaving their house daily, so getting out of their home environment. They're not leaving their environment daily, so they're not able to just get some time away. And so just checking on them and see how they're doing, and then some of the areas they may be struggling in, and see how you can, provide them support. Because believe it or not, our kids need support too. They need that type of support that we need, because I know for me, it's hard for me to sit on the computer screen all day long. And I know that the kids are getting 15 to 20 minutes in between their Zoom classes. But to me, they still need additional support. And so I think that just checking on your kids, having those conversations with them just to see how they're doing, and making sure they don't need anything. And if they do, see if you can provide it for them. Whether they may just want to, just sit down and have a conversation and just talk it through. Be that listening ear for them, And then another thing that I learned is, give them freedom to let their energy out. Oh my God, my 9-year-old, he has so much energy, and after every single class, he wants to do backflips. Literally backflips. Like he wants to do backflips, cartwheels. Like he is like Tasmania devil, like just going crazy. And I'm okay with that. I'm allowing him to do what he needs to do to get his energy out. He's backflipping all over the house. He's backflipping outside. And I just go outside with him. I take my laptop with me, and if that's what he needs to do, I allow him to do that, because that's what he needs. My teenager, I have 5 kids, but my teenager, she wants to take a nap after class, after school. And if that's what she needs, I allow her to do that, because she's tired. She's drained. She's mentally drained from being on Zoom all day long. And so I allow her to do that. So she wants to take a nap. So that's what helps her. So you have to, individualize what your kids need and allow them to do that, to get their energy out. And then also, one of the other things that I learned is to be prepared for bad days, for when your kids just don't want to act right on Zoom because they just not feeling it. Sometimes our kids need mental health days, just as we have taken mental health days. I know for me, last week I had a day where I just wasn't feeling it. I ain't want to do nothing. I ain't want to do no Zoom. I ain't want to do nothing. Like I just wasn't feeling it. And so it's gonna be days like that where your kids are not feeling it. My son had a day like that last week, and that's why I wasn't able to come on last week live, because he just was not feeling Zoom. He was not feeling school, and I couldn't get him to stay focused on Zoom. I couldn't get him to do what he needed to do, and that's just what it was. And so sometimes we have to adjust and pivot in those times, and then that just, and it was a learning experience for me, because it kind of taught me, okay, well, maybe I need to do something different to prepare him and to prep him for Zoom, and to talk to him and say, hey, we need to figure out ways where I can support you so that you can have a better day in school. And so we're figuring it out, but it's in the moment. So, and that's okay though. So you just got to do what you can do each day. And so I wanted to know, I don't know if anybody want to respond, is how are you guys doing with handling, your anxieties and surrounding, trying to figure and balance all this stuff out. And if you're not able to respond now, that's okay. You can respond in the chat below later on, or on the replay. I'm okay with that. I'll respond back to you. That's okay too. But I wanted to give you some other tools that you can use in regards to trying to balance and figure things out. And one of the things I tell, when I'm talking to some of the moms privately, is that, you have to just breathe through this and know that everything is going to work itself out. Like, we really can't stress ourselves out and just let it overwhelm you, because at the end of the day, whatever is supposed to get done is going to get done that day. Like, whatever's supposed to get done is going to get done that day. Like, you really have to get into that mindset and think that, okay, whatever's going to get done today is going to get done, and leave it at that. And then number 2 is, secondly, know that you will only accomplish, like I said, I just said it already, what you're supposed to accomplish. And this is because I take notes. I like to write stuff down. So you're only going to accomplish what's supposed to get accomplished. And if you don't get accomplished that day, then it's okay. It is what it is. Add it to your next day. And then third, just know that God is in control, and he will not put more on you than you can bear. Like, he's not going to put more on you than you can bear. You're going to get done what you're supposed to get done, and that's that. And just accept it and keep it going. Keep it going. Don't sweat it. Don't let it, don't let it bottle up in your mind. Don't let it stress you out. It is what it is. You can only get done what you can get done. Seriously. And then fourth, schedule you some self-care time as a parent. No matter if you are dad, mom, auntie, uncle, step parent, I don't care, adoptive parent, whatever you are, grandparent, schedule some self-care time. I try to do self-care time every day. I mean, literally every day. I don't care if I have to go out in my backyard and sit out there, and because I like to read, so I'll go out there in my backyard and read a book. Franz, he said he is back to school. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Sometimes if it's not working, you gotta adjust, and that's if that's what's working for you guys, that's what works, and that's okay. That's totally okay, Franz. But you still got to get yourself some self-care time in. And if you can't do it every day, that's okay too. At least a few times a week, get yourself some self-care time in, because that's important. Because you can't give from an empty from an empty cup. If you're empty and you haven't taken care of yourself, replenished yourself, then you're not going to be able to give to yourself or your kids or your spouse, significant other, or to your friends, to your family, to whoever. You're not going to be able to give to nobody because you ain't going to have nothing to give. So it's important that you replenish yourself. And then, don't forget to breathe again. Breathe. Take deep breaths. Breathe again. It's all going to work out. It's working now. I got to get to the office and work instead of working from home. Yeah, I know people are going back to work. Yeah. That's true. And then just know that this is the final one. Know that you did the very best that you could today. Just know that. Keep that in your mind. You did the very best you could today. And just repeat that to yourself every day. You did the best that you could every day. You did the best that you could today. And just keep that on repeat every day, because you did. You did everything that you could do today. You did the best at it. Yep. And that's an affirmation right there. You're affirming yourself. Self-affirmations. But then I want to leave you guys with my scriptures that I use to help me. Jeremiah 29:11, for I know the plans that I have for you, says the Lord, plans to prosper you. And this is, I think it applies to us as parents. He has plans for us, and no matter what, he's going to prosper us, because we have one of the hardest jobs there is on the planet, no matter what. This is just my opinion. To me, we have one of the hardest jobs being parents. Like I said, no matter what role you play as a parent, that's a hard job itself, because it doesn't come with a manual. It doesn't tell you step by step how to do it. Because most jobs that we go into, we get trained for it. You get paid for it. There's a manual for it. Like, everything's laid out for you. But when you become a parent, nothing is laid out for you. You have nothing to go by. You got to experience it, and then you learn from your experience. People can tell you all day, hey, this is what you do. This is how you do it. You do it this way. But at the end of the day, you got to learn it for yourself and go through it yourself. And have a support system. And then my other scripture is Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And so with that scripture, you guys are set to do anything that you put your mind to. You guys are set to do anything that you put your mind to. God has graced us to get through this as parents. Yep, he has graced us to get through. And so I wanted to leave you guys with that. And I want to also thank you for watching. But I also, real quick, wanted to also let you guys know that I'm still raising money for the House of Ruth. I have a collaboration with them. That's also one of my passions, and I am collecting money so that I can purchase items for them, and we're going to be doing something for them for Christmas. So I'm starting early, I know, but I want to go ahead and try to get the money raised so that we can get these items purchased for them, so we can have enough so that we can make sure each family has what they need for Christmas. But I wanted to put it out there, and then if you want the information to send the money, I put in my my link tree on there, and you can click on there. But if not, let me know. I'll add it in there again. But thank you guys for watching so much. I really appreciate you. I'm definitely gonna try to come back every Tuesday. However, like I said, you know, if my kids are not, you know, in act right mode, as I say, then, you know, that has to come first. But my plan is to come back every Tuesday and to share, you know, share some tools, share some knowledge. I like to share because, I mean, that's what we're supposed to do as parents. That's what we're supposed to do, you know, as our testimonies, and, you know, spread the word, you know, and to share what we're learning and what we're going through, to help others, to help them to get through what they're going through. And that's what I plan to do, and that's what I'm continuing to do. But thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you guys so much. And if y'all need anything, let me know. Love you guys. Take care. Bye.